Welcome to Trading Lounge and the European Forex report. Just before we start, we're going to have one of the problems that we've had is notifying people when trades are ready and charts are ready and videos are ready. So we've employed or deployed a little notification system that will tell you when things are ready on their site. And what you can do with this, it will pop up in your browser. It doesn't matter what browser that you're using or device. It will pop up through that browser and stay there for about 5 seconds and let you know what's been updated. Of course, pop-ups can be annoying. Or they can be beneficial, so that's a choice that you'll need to make. But when it's ready, it will be on the Trading Lounge site and you'll see it. It will pop up on the Trading Lounge site in the days ahead, and we'll send you an email about this as well, of course. But when you see it there, you'll either allow it or not allow it to occur, and you can also change those settings in due course as well. But we felt that it's important that when we post things on the website that you're notified about it, and a little pop-up through the browser that lasts about 5 seconds should do the trick. So anyway, we'll see how that goes and we'll inform you more about that as time goes on. Okay, starting with the euro pound here. You know that we haven't really been interested in this particular trade for a while, this market for a while, but we've got wave A and wave B here, and we're looking down for wave C, so you may want to short that, but would be looking for 5 waves down in wave C here. It's very typical for wave 4 to break the trend line, but I've taken the trend line from these two tops here, so it's quite possible for it to break it over here. In fact, we'd normally expect a trend line to be broken. Wave 4 tends to break trend lines as such, so wave 4 here or wave 4 here and so on, be the same over here. So there is a short trade here, but it is this long trade here that we're actually looking for in this market. So anyway, just generally updating us on this particular market pair. So the other one that we want to update is the, because we won't be doing the Australian market today, is the New Zealand US dollar here. We're looking for a short trade coming into play, but we're looking at it in terms of 2 ways we can look at it. Firstly, if this low here gets breached, short. Otherwise, we're looking for 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 here, so we'll count those 5 waves up, and then we'll look for a short trade to the downside when it occurs there. So sort of what we're looking for there on that particular trade, even though that this is in the Asian section. I just wanted to brief on that. The euro yen and the pound yen. Okay, so look, we've got basically looking at 5 waves moving to the upside. Here's wave 1. We're looking at this as the A wave, the B wave over here, and then 5 waves down for the C wave here. Now, that's fine, but with the pound yen and this euro yen here, it may be the case that this leg down here is not wave C, but just wave A here, and we're coming back up for wave B in this space here, and then wave C over here. So I just don't know what the answer is here for this particular thing. This is the same with the pound yen as well. So this is the 61, 50, 60% area. If this becomes support, then we can expect the market to, if it becomes support, to push higher from that point, and we'll move in at that point. But otherwise, we'll look for the A, the B, and the C into this area, and then we'll have to wait for the C wave to come down through this area, and then we can pick it up from there. So I just don't know, because this hasn't resolved itself very nicely here. There's different ways to count this here, so we're just not sure, but we think it's the A, the B, and the C here, and we're moving up from here. But until we get support on this area here, we can't do much about it. We can't confirm that it's bullish, and this is the same for the pound yen as well. So I've had the question mark here from last time as well. in that do we get wave A here, wave B here, and wave C here, and then move up? So unfortunately, we just have to wait for this to play out here. There's going to be a new high here. It will resolve at some point, and it's not like we're going to miss a lot either, because when this moves up here, if it is bullish in 1 and 2 and 3 here, and we'll see 4 and 5 here, we'll still get the A, the B, and the C pulling back to the 50-60% area, and then we'll pick it up from there. So we'll either pick it up from, from here, or from here. So it's not such a big deal, but I really just want to get that confirmed in a sense. And it's a bit of a tricky one. It depends on how you count this trend up here, and how you count, if you count this first little wave here, which we have to really. So the 1 and the 2 here, and 5 waves up for 1 and 2 and 3, and extension in the 5th wave here, the 4th wave here. So it's probably the A, the B, and the C, but the euro yen really looks better as this as being the wave C. So a little bit of confusion here, and it's not going to resolve itself just yet. So unfortunately, but that's the case. So yeah, now the cable has got a reasonable opportunity here for a short trade. So let's just squash this up rather than go to a 2-hour chart. So we know that the top is here, very much like the euro in a sense, same but different. So we're looking down for wave 1 and wave 2 here, and then we're basically looking for obviously we're looking for wave 3, which has started, and there'll be 5 waves in wave 3. So this is just the first wave here as wave 1. We're looking at an A and a B and a C here for wave 2, and up to the 61.8% mark here. So good supply level over here, resistance rather. So we're going to allow that to play out. And I suggest that if you have trouble watching, working the wave count, then what we can do is obviously just keep it simple, in that if this is going to be a little A wave here and a B wave here and a C wave here, it's this low that I'm interested in, because once we've got that low there, then we can draw the line through there, and then this will move up here in 5 waves. If you can track those 5 waves up there, which will be roughly the same length of this, or it will be 61.8% of the length of A going up here, but counting the waves is more important. So you can, put a small position here, and otherwise we'll see the market move down to the 144, a bounce here, and then back down, bounce, and it'll work this trend line. It'll work that green trend line. So that once that green trend line becomes resistance, then you can look to add there as well. And of course, that 44 will be maybe not from this low, but maybe up here, be retested here. So that would create and that once that low comes in here and retest that, you can use that low there as a trigger for another position. So you could feed 3 positions in that area here, one up here, one on the bounce, and one under the 144 there as the resistance there. So this is probably a closer opportunity falling into place. The US yen, we're getting to the euro. So the US yen here, we were looking at this at a positive move to the upside, and we're still on that move, Last time we spoke, we were looking at wave 4 moving in through to here, which were basically pegged in because I'd seen this move up here. But wave 4s, they're not, that if wave 2 is simple, then wave 4 is going to be complex. So I think that there's a couple of things that can occur here now, in that this can just be the A wave, the B wave over to here as an A and a B and a C, and then the C wave down to here. So we've got to put wave 4 under here now. There's also possible that this can drag out into more of a triangle position, but I don't think that's the case. Looking at what's going on in the markets, we'll probably see this now go 1, 2 is in place. We're looking for the 3rd wave up here, the 4th and the 5th. So that's what we're looking for here. We'll look for that 5th here. Once we have the 5th wave in, then we can look at, we're looking for the setup again, you know. I mean, you can trade that fifth wave up if you want right now, but the longer trend would be the reaction at 110, A, B, and C here back into the 108. So the 50-60% retracement level is down here, as you know. So it can pull that far down, but yeah, we'll see. That will be support across here, and this will be the second lot of support here coming in and supporting it here. So this would be the next buying opportunity here, and of course adding onto support once that becomes the tested support, which always takes time, and it's normally a process of the arrival, the reaction here, something up here like this, and eventually getting up there. Once it's tested, once it's actually tested, come back and test it and finding that. See how this wave 2 came back and tested that level, the halfway between 6 and 7 here. Very important number and level if you know them. So yeah, adding to the long position over here once it's become established on top of that number. You know, the breakout's important. Retesting is more important, because the retesting tells you where you can put your stop and get the rest of the setup and the trigger actually happening. So yeah, look, that's just simply got to play out at that point. And over to the euro last. We normally have the euro first, euro dollar first, but in this case we've got it last. Now I'm also not going to go into larger charts here. I'm just going to stay in the 15-minute chart and squash it up. So basically, as you know, we're looking at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If we get 5 waves in this direction, after a correction, we're going to get another 5. In this instance here, we've got blue wave 1 and blue wave 2. So we're looking for blue wave 3 to the downside. So we're expecting wave 3 to be long and, you know, fast and all those sort of things. And we can see that it's moving along, you know, quite swiftly, as a third wave should. Now, once again, there's different ways to count this. And I also must point out too, if we're in the third wave, the blue wave 3 here moving down, which certainly looks like it, then the market can move quite quickly at this stage, especially getting into the market area once this here becomes in play, because this would be wave 3 blue coming down, and then this would be wave 2 of green coming down, and then of course there would be another wave structure in here. So in Elliott terms, this point here with this, we've got wave 2, 2 and 2, but in Elliott terms we call them wave 3, coming into wave 3, coming into wave 3, coming into the wave 3. So this is what Elliott people look for. They look for the third of the third of the third wave. So this is where you'll start seeing gaps in the market and all those sort of things. This is where it will move swiftly. So we'll be doing some more work on this, of course, but as it stands at the moment, we're looking down at 1 and 2 and 3, back for 4, trying to pull back to the wave 4 of 1 lesser degree, and then 5 waves down here. I don't know how far it's going to come down. Technically, it should take the low out here. The extension's in wave 3, so wave 1 and wave 5 should be roughly the same. Basically, we're dancing across this as the closest, largest number. This is what all this is going to be about. So this can be as choppy as hell in here, so be very careful. And you know, you don't want to take this trade unless we can actually confirm that we've got the ABC in place here, and then we've actually got this as wave 1 down and back for wave 2. Of course, you can trade this down, you can trade this up and this down, but I'm telling you that this is 1.3 here, so then we've got sub-level above micro level, basically, but let's call it sub level here, and also below here as well. So it's just going to be choppy. So you know, don't give money to the don't take losses in here. Really wait for these setups to fall in place over here. Okay, bingo. That's it. Thanks for tuning in. Cheers.